RCC concrete, and that is from last 3 MPSC examination, that is 2019, 18, and 17. So we have first question. A column cross section 300 by 400, 2250 long, fixed at one end and free at other. The ratio of effective length to least lateral damage. So one end fixed, other free. So we have effective length 2L, that comes 4500, and L effective by B 15, option 2. In design of slab, what would be minimum percentage of distribution steel if Fe415 reinforcement is used? So you can see we have in IS 456, so we have this clause number 26.5.2.1, and in this clause that percentage is given. So if we will see that percentage, then we have that percentage for Fe415, and that is 0.12%. So we have option 1. Then we have third question, what is maximum diameter of main reinforcement used in this slab of overall thickness 160 mm as per IS 456 2000. So this is the criteria for maximum diameter, and therefore maximum diameter we can use, that is 20 millimeter, because it should not be shall not exceed 1/8 of the total thickness. So option we have, that is option is 4. Then for the design of staircase self-weight of waist slab, that is we have option 4, gamma d root r square plus t square upon t, because we are going to take this as gamma d upon cos of theta. Then what is the effective span of staircase? So we have this, and in this if we will see, that is given the going of the stairs plus at each end either half the width of landing or 1 meter, whichever is smaller. So we have this will be 2.5 meter both landing. So we have to take 1 meter. Answer comes 4.2 meter. Option is 3. Then same we have same MPSC 2019, and here we have given that if width of landing, that is not both landing, that is width of landing, we have width of landing is 2.5 meter, and width of staircase passage is given 1.5 meter. So this is we have to go for half of this. So we have that will be 2.2 plus 0.75 plus 1. So as it is 2.5 meters, so we have 1 meter for this, and for 1.5 meter we have 0.75. So it comes 3.95 meters. So option we have, that is 3. Then the minimum area of reinforcement shall not less than, so we can have 26.5.1.1 in IS 456 2007. So we have option, that is 2.85 upon Fy. Then we have 8 for high yield strength deformed bars, that is Fe 500, and permissible stress in direct tension in working stress method. So you can go to table 22, and in that table in notes it is given that value is given for Fe 500 at 0.55 Fy, and here it is mentioned, if you will see, tension, direct tension, and flexural tension. And so we have option, that is option is 3. Then if any given plane, one end of the column is unrestrained, so unsupported length L shall not exceed dash dash, where B is the width and D is the depth of cross section in plane under consideration. So we have, that is unsupported length L shall not exceed 100 B square by D. This is given in 25.3.2. So all these clauses we have from IS 456 2000. Then next we have MPSC 2018. So what are the different limit state of design? So we have actually over here, that is design as per IS 456 2000. And here we have limit state of collapse 35.2 and 35.3, limit state of serviceability. So option we have C and D, that is option 3. So maximum shear force of 3 equal spans of beam slab occurs at. So we have actually this table, And in this table, maximum, if we will see, then we have values maximum that is for both, and we have this value that is 0.66. So here we can have 0.66, and this is outer side at support next to the end support. So outer side of support next to end supports. So option we have 3. Then in design of slab, the diameter of reinforcing bar shall not exceed. So just we have seen 26.5.2.2. That is 1/8 of overall thickness of slab. Option is A. So this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and therefore we have option that is 1. Then determine slab area of which load is acting on supporting beam A and B. So we have given this in figure 7, load carried by supporting beams. So we have beam A, beam B. So now if we will consider first beam A, so we have triangular load that is shown in figure 7, and we have this distance 2 meters. So we have slab area on beam A is half 4 into 2, that is area of triangle 4 meters square. And for beam B, we can see this is trapezoidal 5.5 and 1.2 sides, and that will gives me 7 meters square, because height we have again 2 meters. So we have option that is 4 meters square and 7 meters square. Option is 4. A T beam has rectangular beam of a width equal to its flange if its neutral axis. So in this you can see, if XU is less than DF, then we have formula, this formula we have, in which this B we have that is width of flange BF. And so when we have neutral axis remain in the flange, then we have that is equal to its flange. So we have option that is 1. So option we have that is 1. Then we have next that is diagram is given, and we are interested, we have to find out two-way slabs with corner edge down to be divided in each direction into middle strips and edge strips such that the width of the middle strip is. Now we have this is middle strip, you will see from both sides. So we have 3/4 of the span, that is width of the slab. So we have option that is 3. And span to effective depth ratio for cantilever span up to 10 meters. So this is given up to 10 meter. Value is 7 given in IS clause number 23.2.1. Option is 1. Effective length of compression member which is effectively held in position and restrained against torsion at both ends is. Now if we will go to table 22 in that one, so you can see we have this is first case, and in that first case it is given both ends we have that is fixed one. And for that one we have recommended length that is equal to 0.65 L. So option we have that is 1. Then if H is the total height under transit wind load, the lateral sway at the top should not exceed. So you can see the clause number 20.5 here, this is given should not exceed H by 500. So you can see over here. So that is given should not exceed H by 500. And so we have option that is 4. Then we have 18 and axially loaded column 300 by 300 mm in size. Effective length of column is 3 meter. What is the minimum eccentricity of the axial load for column? So we have this clause number 25.4 where this is given, that is unsupported length of column divided by 500 plus lateral dimension divided by 300 subject to a minimum of 20. So if it comes by this formula less than 20, then we have to take value as 20. So it comes 16, and minimum we have to go for 20, not less than this. So minimum eccentricity 20, option is 1. Then in reinforced and plain concrete footing on soil, the thickness of the edge at the edge shall not be less than. So we have this will be not less than 300 millimeters, that is above the piles of footing, and that is on soils. If we will see, then we have this will be 150 millimeters. So we have option that is 2. Then the maximum permissible final deflection of a beam should not exceed. So you can go to this, and in this clause this is given, so should not normally exceed, that is span by 350. or 20 mm, whichever is less. So span by 350. So we have option that is 1. Then MPSC 2017. So in a singly reinforced balance section, if M30 concrete and Fe415 KU max. So KU max does not depend on grade of concrete; it depends on grade of steel, and that is given here. And from here, here we are going to get for Fe415 and value that is going to be 0.48. So we have value 0.48. Option is 3. Then minimum area of tension steel in beam shall not exceed. So we have this clause number 26.5.1 beams, and 1.1 we have tension reinforcement 0.04 BD. So option we have that is 4. Then 23 effective flange width of a continuous T beam is. So we can have effective width of flange that is for T beams. BF is equal to L0 by 6 plus BW plus 6 DF. So option we have that is 1. Then the maximum spacing of shear reinforcement. So that is given in 26.5.1.5. And you can see this option we have that is 0.75 D. So that is we have maximum spacing. Then determine the minimum and maximum longitudinal reinforcement for a square column. And we have that is 26.5.3, 0.8% and 6%. So 0.8% comes 720, 6% comes 5400. So option we have that is 4. And for a simply supported beam of span 12 meters, the basic value of span to effective depth ratio. So up to 10, we have value that is for simply supported. Value up to 10, we have 20. But if your span is above this, then you have to multiply it by 10 by span. And if we will solve this, then we have this value that is 50 by 3. Option we have that is 4. Match the end condition. So S1 we have that is at 2 adjacent edges discontinuous. So S1 we have 3. S2 we have 1 short edge continuous. So S1 3, S2 5. So SA we have 3 and B we have 5. So we have option that is 3. So sorry. S2 we have that is one short edge continuous. Then S3 we have one long edge, so second, and then we have S4. So S4 we have all edges discontinuous. So 4 edges discontinuous. So option is 4. So we have actually option that is 3. So this is the answer and not 4. So we have answer that is 3 over here. So answer is 3. Then match the end conditions under which the given type of footing. So combined footing we have for 2 or more columns. Mat foundation. So we have 4 supporting all columns. So A1, B we have 4. A1, B 4. So we have that is option 2. So these are the questions which were asked from reinforced concrete construction, and that is in the last 3 examinations. So today we will stop here only. So next time we will go with other questions. So thank you.